And I'm looking at Dorothy.
Well, here we are at Topeka High School on Thursday morning, a great occasion. And here is Dr. Julie Ford, from the superintendent of USD 501, and longtime Topekan and former friend of Dean, or a current friend of Dean Smith, I should say. But you knew Dean, right, Jack?
Yeah, Dean and I were classmates, and Dean is a wonderful, wonderful human being, one of the most humble people that you'll ever run into. Had he been here today, he'd been sitting in the last seat, in the last row, ready to run as soon as all of this took place. It's an honor for me to be here.
And as we were saying, Dr. Ford, here this week we're celebrating and commemorating the 60th anniversary of Brown versus Board. And here is someone who was kind of a little bit ahead of his time in some regards, or maybe he was kind of a torchbearer for that, right?
Well, what we need to realize is that the stories that are in Topeka Public Schools system, including Topeka High, Dean Smith's story, it resonates throughout history of what happened here in Topeka. And truly, the story with the Ramblers and the people involved with that, it is part of our history. But there are so many stories like this. And this week, with the 60th anniversary, the stories that have been in the paper and on the news, this could not have been a better choice, though, to highlight today.
Really the time for it.
It is.
And with all of his greatness, Dean could not have made the Rambler basketball team.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
I say that because I want him to hear that.
Yeah. But it is important that we continue to talk about race and racial issues in Topeka Public Schools, and the state.
Let me give you
nation.
one comment. Dean and I did a article for the Baltimore Sun a number of years ago. And we talked about a lot of these things that we're talking about today. But the bottom line in the article, after Dean had gone to the school administration and talked about things, his comment was, yes, I was concerned about social justice, but I wanted to win some more basketball games.
Well, and you know, Dean being having his Alzheimer's disease, we sure miss him here, but I know his spirit is here, right, Jack?
It is.
I think the touching part for me today was one thing, just the recognition, but the fact his friends initiated this, people that he went to school with, and that's what Topeka is about. That's what school is, high school. You make those lifelong connections, lifelong friendships, and I think it just highlights this time of year with graduation, the Brown celebration. This is what school's about.